Hi. As always, I never know when to start because damn thing's spinning as always. Anyway, so how is everyone? I'm good. Why do I have a notification? What's going on? Is this thing? It says it's live, but I got some weird shit going on here. Oh, I don't know what's going on. What's this? Okay, I don't know what's going on. I hope it's fine. It's just all goofy right now. Hmm. Sorry, I don't mean to be distracted by this shit, but kind of hard not to be. Anyway, so yeah, what's going on? Still waiting to hear if I got approved for my apartment. Hope I did. I don't expect to be approved on my own laurels, um, since I did kind of abandon all my responsibilities to leave the nest. So they would have every right to deny me, but um, if they do, they said that Jim could co-sign. So I know I'll probably get it. I shouldn't be cocky though. I'm hoping I get it. Let's put it that way. And it's gonna be so expensive, but every place in Omaha is expensive. If you want to live somewhere semi-safe, and this thing has all the bells and whistles you can imagine, plus a full-size washer and dryer in the unit, and a fireplace. And if you've ever been over to my place in the winter, what do I like? Fires. Always fires. Have to have a fire going. Uh, so yeah, I'm hopeful, and I've been making a list when I was at work trying to figure out what I need because I'm like shit. I had moved before and forgot I should probably get a vacuum after I moved in and my carpets got gross, so I gotta get a vacuum. And a bunch of other, I mean, I have nothing. I have to get all new kitchen stuff. Thankfully, this place has a microwave in the kitchen, so I don't have to get that. Um, I have to get towels and yeah, just a lot of shit. The furniture part, I'm not too worried about. Mom's gonna hook me up with a recliner because she's the shiz. So that's awesome. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff to get. And then at work, no one is on my Facebook that I work with. Um, the bitch that worked in the business office, the only person I really dislike, uh, quit today. I won't say more on the basis of if anyone ever saw this that shouldn't see it, I could probably get fired. So, um, but then I also talked to the guy who actually interviewed me. His name's Nick. Super nice kid. Well, you guys know I call everybody kid. Anywho, I went to talk to him and I just told him that I felt that um, our clinic, business, whatever, could really benefit from having an administrative assistant. And his eyes lit up and he goes, I never thought of that. And I'm like, huh, well, that's what I'm here for. And I just told him I could make his life easier and the nurses and everybody who has a bunch of crap they have to do and have to do that instead of doing their job. And so uh could be good, could be good. I mean, if chances are if you're on my Facebook, you're either somebody that I met in a chat room or in a Facebook group or a diary site. Um, or I worked with you. So, yeah, a lot of you guys are former coworkers, and you know, if I worked with you in an office, um, I can kick ass. Anyhow, as I was leaving his office, doing that little chit chat banter as I'm walking out the door, he says, Jennifer, I really like the way you talk to the patients. And I said, really? And he said, yeah, yeah. And I'm like, oh, that's a nice thing everyone said to me. He is the first, hand to God, the first boss I ever had who complimented me. Hand to God. And oh my God, my heart just fluttered and melted, and I just thought, okay, okay, this is awesome. I like this. It's a good place. It's got good people. And, if you've seen me work with the public, you know I'm good with customer service. And, um, yeah, I don't know. I have a way. I remember the very first time I discovered it was when I was 21. And if you've heard this story, I don't care. And I was a patient escort at Methodist, and my very first patient, I walked into their room, and my personality changed as I crossed the threshold, and I was no longer nervous. I just said, hey, how are you today? Yeah, well, we gotta go down to x-ray. I mean, oh my God. And I remember having such a clear thought in my head going, who the fuck am I? So, yeah, I guess since then, it's not a conscious thing. It's just I will sometimes try to top myself. And that's where I think the humor comes in, and the humor that gets me in trouble. Because sometimes I can't shut it off. And sometimes when I'm on the phone with a patient trying to make an appointment and they're like new or something, my brain's going faster than my mouth or vice versa. And I'm just like, oh my God, words and line. And, most of the time they laugh. They get it. They enjoy it. So that's cool. Because it's embarrassing when I'm trying to sound professional and I end up sound like mush mouth. But whatever. What else happening? So yeah, that chick I was talking to, I think I might have mentioned her in my last vlog, maybe. It doesn't even fucking matter. But I really was excited because she was like the first chick in a long time who appeared to have her shit together and had a successful career and didn't really have any active baggage, and she just disappeared, and I have no idea why. um and I asked a girl I used to date, and she said that it's because I sabotage my relationships because I don't think I'm worthy of being loved. There might be some truth to that. However, I don't necessarily think that is the case this time. It might be, because I honestly I'm completely flabbergasted. I have no idea what happened. It's the same thing with my marriage. Why did all of a sudden Stuart do his thing? And the reason I posted that, this is what stupid looks like picture, is because yesterday was my anniversary, and back in the day when I was first divorced from my first husband, I used to send him happy anniversary text, and he thought it was funny, you know. I mean, why wouldn't he? And, you know, he'd always respond, LOL, yeah, you too. And so I did that to Stuart, and he didn't respond. He didn't even read it, so which told me he read it. And then I let a few hours go by, and I wrote him. I said, you know, it's really sad that two people who were friends, best friends for 20 years, and were married for a minute, can't be friends again, you know. And his response was, there's no hate here. I've just moved on. Okay, well, so have I. Hence being here. Um, but I just thought, and I could cry right now too. Of all, I mean, all the things I did for him. You know, and all he did was just pay for me to be, you know, pay for me to get there and live there. And, you know, whereas, yeah, that's huge. Don't get me wrong. I'm not poo-pooing that and saying, you know, that was nothing. That's huge. But why would you do that for someone unless you know, truly love them and truly wanted your marriage to last? That's what I don't get. And, you know, when I look back on my wedding day, which was only 2 years ago, um, yeah, it stormed and was horribly cold that day, and the wind and the rain. But other than that, it was such a beautiful day. It really was. And on that, don't cry. On that day, I believed it. I believed that I married the man who's going to protect me and love me. And I did everything in my power until it hurt to show him how much I loved him. So he rejected me. And anybody I have tried to get to know since I've been back has rejected me. And it's really, really difficult for me to firmly believe that it's all my fault when someone like my boss tells me he likes the way I talk to patients. Now, granted, I don't talk that way to, you know, people I'm getting to know as friends or otherwise. But I'm not rude. I'm not mean. I try to be transparent. I try to be relatable. Um, I don't know. If anybody, I mean, don't just throw, you know, sugar cubes at me and tell me, you know, I'm a good dog or whatever. If you know what's wrong with me, fucking tell me. Because if you, whoever you are, any of my friends, if I knew that, oh, character flaw in that one, and you totally asked me, what the fuck is up with me? What is wrong? I don't get it. Dude, I would totally, oh, I'm sorry. I curled my bangs under today and they just keep touching my eyebrows. I'm being weird. Um, if you were to front ask me that, I'd be like, yeah, dude, you're a fucking asshole, or, you know, whatever the problem may be. So, you guys know, if something's going on in my life, right or wrong, I blast it because I have no friends other than you guys, and I don't have anybody else to talk to about anything. In fact, I almost went live last night, or was even thinking about opening one of those chat room things. Are those still on here? I think they are. Just because sometimes I just need somebody to talk to, and don't sit there and go, oh, she could have called me. She could have called me. You guys already fucking know how I feel about that. You know, I'm not gonna just call somebody out of the fucking blue, moaning and groaning. You know, I used to get pissed off. I had a friend like that who only called me to complain about her boyfriend and the fights they had. I mean, she got to the point where she called me every fucking Sunday to give me the rundown of her shit week and her shit weekend when they were both drunk. And I would listen to this. And I would give pretty fucking awesome advice. I don't remember what it was because we're talking probably 30 years ago. But I know I gave good advice, and, you know, she never listened. Whatever. Um, what's my point? Yeah, I'm stoned, and I totally forgot what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, that's the only time she'd call me. And then she would just talk about her problems and then get off the phone. You know, and that's fine once in a while. Sometimes you only have time to vent about yourself. But if that's what you are consistently, blah, blah, blah. So, anyway, that's why I would feel like that. I'd feel like an asshole calling anybody out of the blue, being like, me, because that's who I am. I mean, let's get it straight. I'm a narcissistic, clearly repellent person. And I'm trying to stay light about it because when I started crying last night, I I had a very clear thought that this is a very slippery slope. And if I allow myself to continue to cry and not get back to narcissistic cocky Jen, then I'm gonna be depressed, I want to die Jen. And I wish there was a happy middle ground. Um, but I think it has to be extreme high in order for me to stay away from the slope. Because even just sitting here talking to my camera, um, I could very easily cry. Very easily cry. Shit, I left a message or a comment tonight for a girl I grew up near when I lived by Cathedral when I was a kid. And I met her when she was 14 and I was 15. And her twins today turned 16. And I was just thinking, I mean, I took the Wayback Machine pill, and I was just thinking about, I used to drive her away too. Her and another girl lived behind me. And, because they would drop me like a hot rock, and I would have to pretty much grovel to get them to come back. So I must be an asshole if I've been, shit, that just hit me. I've been an asshole for a long time. So, girl that I'm talking about, I'm not going to name you because I'm not going to call you out or whatever. And if people are writing comments, I'm sorry I can't see them. The comment side of my thing is fucked up, so I will respond once I'm done recording, if that is the case. But yeah, I think I've been an asshole for a long time because I had to grovel to get her and the other girl to talk to me again. I've got a long history of being a dick, apparently. I wonder if it's this too dark. See, I can see it fine, but these fucking bangs. It might be time to trim. Trim them. You guys like my fake eyebrows? I drew them on this morning. They almost look real, huh? It'd be funny if someone was like making fun of me and put Sharpie on their face. Do it, dare you. I don't give a fuck. I think they make me look younger when I color them in. Otherwise, they're very thin and gray. And speaking of my, you can't see it in this light, but the roots are popping. Should be a white Christmas. I'm so glad I entertained myself. Oh, and that's another thing. Because I got to thinking, won't I be sad and lonely living alone? And so I've gotten in the habit of talking to myself, hence this. Even though sometimes I pretend there's a. I just picture all of people on my friends list sitting in the audience. Even though, what, two of you watch my shit? It's fine. I'm not doing this to get views. I'm doing this so I have somebody to talk to. But, the fuck was I saying? God damn it. I should not smoke before I record. Oh, fuck, it's gone. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Fuck, it's gone. It's gone. I'm so sorry. That is so gross. Because you're sitting there going, you just said it. How do you not know what you just said? There you go. Because now it's even farther down the block. So I want to tell an anecdote. Um, I've been thinking about so many things lately that are, oh yeah, that's what it was. I have been talking to myself, um, out loud when I'm alone. And so I could be borderline insane. I mean, who does that? Please, please tell me you do too. Um, but yeah, I don't have any friends, and so. And yes, you're my friends. Please, if you don't get it, then don't respond. Um, so I was remembering Ollie, Joanna's cat's death anniversary just passed not that long ago because he died right before I abandoned her for Sydney. Not Sydney, Australia. Which is where Sydney is, but not where I live. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know if you knew I lived in Australia. Okay, anyway. Um, but I was thinking about him, and then I was remembering Julie and Penny, because fucking Chrissy brought him up too. But Ollie and Penny were babies when they met. I think Ollie was, I would say, 6 to 8 months old, and Penny was 3 to 4 months old. So they basically grew up together. And I have video, thank God, of Penny as a puppy and Ollie as a kitten wrestling and being goofy and having so much fun. And they stayed best friends. I mean, I have never seen a cat dog relationship in person. These guys were in love with each other. Legit. And Julie was just like, good, leave me alone. I'm old, I'm tired. Fuck off. So, um, Penny used to go sit on Ollie when Ollie was not paying any attention to her, or she would start, chewing on his head or something. And if Penny was laying down or sleeping, Ollie would keep dancing back and forth in front of her until, it was just too enticing and she'd have to jump up and chase him. Or Ollie would like grab her head and start cleaning her face until it annoyed the living shit out of her. And then when Julie passed, Penny would never lay on her dog bed. But Ollie was like, oh, free bed, mine. And I think Joanna still has it. But yeah, Penny would never, never, never. Anyway, so their relationship became intimate. um, I used to hear them from the other room making noises, and I would just say, "You guys knock it off," because I just assumed they were wrestling. And my computer, for a while, was out in the living room, and I remember one day I'm sitting at the computer, and all of a sudden I hear Ollie make this guttural groan, and I slowly turn around. He's got his legs spread, and he's got a hold of her hip, and she's laying down on her side or whatever, and he is fucking the shit out of her hip. He's fixed, she's fixed. He's a cat, she's a dog, a black lab, and he is just pounding her hip until I turn around and they both look at me like, oh shit. And it never stopped. I would hear them do it in my room, the hallway, the kitchen. And anytime anybody got caught, Ollie would look at me with his eyes bugged out, and Penny at least had the smarts enough to look guilty, and she would just kind of do that downcast look away thing as if I caught her eating a steak, or I don't fucking know. Yeah, that was sad. And so then when we lost the house in 2010, 2011, um, I was not going to let Penny live in an apartment. I just, I knew how lazy I was, and I would not want to walk a dog, get up and go out in the cold and walk a dog. I was used to, for the past 20 years, opening that back door and letting the dog go out. I didn't have to go out in the cold with that dog. I wasn't going to start now. And I knew my damn teenage kids weren't going to. Well, Joanna wasn't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I knew they weren't going to walk her. I'm sure Jim probably swore his life away that he would, that I knew better. I know I'm touching this. I'm sorry. Keep forgetting that's what I'm talking into. Um, so yeah, but I know she got a better home. So we ended up in this apartment. I think we had only been there for maybe a month. And I said, I was a dick, trust me. And I said to Joanna or whatever, I said, watch this. And I said, oh, where's Penny? Fuck if Ollie's head didn't snap around and he ended up getting up and looking for her. And Joanna goes, look what you did. You're a dick. And I'm like, you're absolutely right. I felt so bad. So bad. But I tell you what, I'll never do that again. No. And it's to the point where it's like with Benny living with me for this past year and not seeing me for over a year and a half. I just wonder, does he know and or care who I am or was to him? And is it going to affect him when I leave? I wish he just knew. With dogs it's so much easier because when they recognize their owner. And I think it might have been easier to tell if Ruby wasn't around about whether or not Benny was gonna notice. I don't know. I just hope that when the day comes and my my cats pass, I don't beat myself up or feel too bad. I mean, because we've all discussed it, and I'm not gonna take them back because I just don't feel like it's right to disrupt their lives again. I mean, if there was some way they communicated to any of us, that that's what they wanted. Obviously, we're not monsters. We would, I would take them back. But I don't know. I just feel like I'd be fucking with them if I did that. And my knee is starting to hurt. Oh my God. So, yeah, stories, stories, stories. I just have word vomit. And I know nobody's still watching, and that's okay. I really have a schoolgirl crush on this guy. And yes, he's on my friends list, but he never in a million years would watch a recording of anything I've ever done now, then, someday. No. But, and I don't even think he looks at me as a female. I don't know. He's just really, 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 really gorgeous. And I don't know what to do, if anything. I might be too damaged for anyone. Maybe that's a problem. I don't know. So yeah, if you know the secret to my repel, please tell me. Please. You know. I know I'm too out there and I'm a lot. But I don't think I'm a lot in a negative way. I just think I can be loud and I have a lot to say and I like to talk, but that's because I haven't talked in so long, you know? And getting people's information and taking their fucking foot doctor appointment, you know? Big deal. That's not talking to somebody. I just know the day's gonna come. I'm probably gonna get fired again for saying something fucked up. I just know. Because I think I'm funny and I push the fucking envelope off the table. Anyway, guy that I like. If by some act of God you are watching this, I spoke to you recently. I think it might have been in the past week. Could have been a little longer. I don't remember the day and I'm apologizing. But I talked to you for a little while. And you showed me some pictures of family. I'm not going to say what. Anyway, I like you. And I don't expect you to like me back. God, what am... Here, circle yes or no. That's... You know what? Linda Peterson was right. I don't have any game. But that's fine. Either did she, and that's why we didn't make it. Um, I... If you ever want to come over for dinner sometime after I move, I will. Or you can cook. I've seen pictures of your food, and it's lovely. And yes, I would enjoy that because you are very handsome. And the reason I'm being so open is because I know he's not watching. And he never will. And I guess there's a part of me that hopes he does. Anyway, I think my job, I'm just changing gears here. I think my job is going to get better and I think I will end up with the position that I chose. And I think if when slash whatever I get this apartment, I'm going to be happy there. Things are finally falling into place. It only took over a year. And I'm sitting here going, why did it take so long? There were stuff going on, and that's just how it worked out. My God, Jim can't wait. You guys, yesterday morning, he says to me, well, Mom, once you know you're getting it, I'll reserve the U-Haul. Hand to God. And I just thought, He's awfully lucky that I'm not sensitive because I could totally cry. If that was me like 15 years ago, I'd be bawling. Going, what do you mean by that? But no, me and him are on the same page. I'm like, do it. The one fucked up thing he did say was, you can pay me back later. Fuck you, dude. Make that my housewarming gift. God damn. Anyway, 35 minutes and I could go on. That's sad. But seriously, I could. I could keep talking. I could keep telling stories. But then I start getting paranoid. And I don't want to. So I'm gonna keep just doing little blurbs when I have the urge. Ooh, something to look forward to. For me anyway. I got a dash mount for my car for my phone. Well, that's not the phone. This is the phone. I got a dash mount for it. So, I could do live streams when I'm driving. I know, right? I'm excited. I was gonna do it this morning because I got up stupid early. I think I was up before 5. And I've been doing that a lot lately. Um, words, line. Oh, and so I thought I was gonna have like 45 minutes this morning and I was gonna do it, but took a little too long with my eyebrows. Lost track of time. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna go. It's getting better. I have to focus on the positive, even though I so badly would like to just be a pity party girl for a little while. But I was depressed for many years due to whatever. And I feel like I've acknowledged it. I feel like I've acknowledged the pain. And yes, there is a part of my broken heart that would love me to, cry a little more and be a little more sad, a little more angry. But there is nothing I haven't already said to him. I mean, I have attacked that man across the board. And part of me wishes I would have hit him, but then I would think, well, would I have then had to deal with that guilt had I hit? Because I probably would have killed him. And who are we kidding? The guy weighed nothing, but he looked good in his suit. He looked good on our wedding day. Oh well. What's done is done. What's done is done. Anyway, I am happy. I am optimistic. I'm trying. As much as you naysayers think I'm not, and you know who you are, Nay, I am trying. And I think I'm getting there. I think things are gonna be okay. But if they're not, you'll know. Because I got a big mouth. Anyway, I hope everyone is good. I think about each and every one of you at one time or another all the time. And that's the truth. That is the truth. I mean, seriously, I think right now I have 87 of you on my friends list. I'm pretty sure I could name everybody. But don't test me because with my luck, I forget somebody who is like deathly important. Yeah. But then I'm sitting here going, who would I possibly forget? And it's like, no, I'd remember them. Whatever. Okay, I'm done. But like I said, I keep going. It's almost 40 minutes. Okay? It's getting dark out. I'm going to go grab a cigarette and watch the bats. So if you want to go see some bats, go outside. It's a good night for it, good weather for it. It's juicy air. They love that stuff because the bugs are flying and they eat the bugs. Okay, all right. Love you. Mwah. Peace and